You have installed it. Go here. You need to create one folder. You create a folder called HTML. HTML. Create a folder called HTML. Okay, hope HTML folder is ready. Okay. Now after that, go under the HTML folder. Go under HTML folder. Then do right click here. Right click. You will find option called new. Under the new, you will have option called this one, text document. Is there? So under the HTML folder, we'll do right click. There will have option called new. Under the new, we'll have option called text document. We will click on that. Text document. Text document. Right? So text document will appear here. Now you can rename that to HTML developer guide. HTML developer guide. HTML developer guide. HTML developer guide. Right? So hope ready. HTML developer guide file is ready. Okay. In which folder? Under the HTML folder. So this developer guide file we have created. Whichever the notes we are going to write. Yesterday we saw one image, the flow of data, how happen in the web application. Now we will be writing some small notes under this file. Under the developer guide, we will make the small notes. Okay. And then we will create the example under the HTML folder, and related to that, whichever the notes will come out, that will write under the file called this one, HTML developer. Okay. Now after that, hope this file is ready. Okay. Now you have installed this editor, Notepad++, or maybe some people have installed some other editor also. So whichever the editor you have you follow that. Better for all, if you follow Notepad++, it will be helpful to guide altogether. Okay, it will be helpful to guide altogether. Right? Okay. Now this file, just first you click on this. After clicking, do the right click. You will find option edit with. Edit with, which option is coming? Notepad++. Edit with Notepad++. You can select that. If you are using other editor, you can open in that. So we are following as it now Notepad++. We'll do click again, do right click. After that, option is called edit with Notepad++. Directly your Notepad++ editor will get open. Directly editor got open. Inside particular file is open directly. Yes. Click outside. Yes. And then click on double click. Okay. Go here, right click. Move option in the last. Come to the main button. Last and last. Now we can look at that. Okay, so file is ready. Which file? HTML developer guide. Okay. Now under this HTML developer guide, first we will make few lines of notes, and after that we will create the HTML examples and we'll go ahead. Sir, you have Notepad++. You do right click on the file. Yeah, it's Notepad++, if it is there, then you click on option. Open the Notepad++, here is the option. Yeah. Then here is the desktop icon. Yeah. Click on that. Go to the file. Select the option. Go to the file on desktop. Go to HTML. Okay, after this, so developer guide is open. Let's go under this file. Okay, now write inside few lines. Our first point to start learning is this one, HTML. So regarding HTML, first line you can write, it is called hypertext markup language. It is called hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. It is called hypertext markup language. Okay, hypertext markup language. Now come down, what is the use of this HTML? Write the next line. It has collections of predefined tags. Right, so hope everyone is making the note. Okay, see, if you not make the note after 1 hour, you will not remember why you have spent 1 hour of time, 2 hours of time. If you make a note, then after 1 hour, 2 hours, or tomorrow, before logging the class, if you have a look, you will understand what I have written. Okay. So in this file, we wrote HTML is called hypertext markup language. After that, what is inside the HTML? That is called it has a collections of predefined tags. Okay. Next line you are going to write. The HTML tags used to create basic web page. So it is clear, yes, inside the HTML there is a lot of tags. Using the tags, we are going to create the web page. Okay, using the HTML tags, we are going to create the web page. Using HTML tags, we are going to create the web page. Now come down below. You will write here the HTML tags has limited property value. Limited property value. HTML tags has limited property value. Okay, HTML tag has limited property and values. Property and values, right? Property and value. Due to this limitation, due to this limitation, due to this limitation, due to this limitation, HTML need help from CSS to design responsive web page. Okay, HTML says I have a feature, I can deal with the browser, I can send the information in the browser, I can collect the information from browser. But what will happen is, okay, but in HTML there is some limitation. What limitation? It has little limited property and value. Due to this limitation, what is going to help you? It's need a CSS. It's need help from CSS to design a responsive web page. So overall, if you look into all the things, you will come to know HTML has the tags. It will help to create the basic web page. But due to some limitation, HTML needs support from the CSS. So that HTML can create a better responsive web page and it will work in all the device. Now come down. Next, you are going to write responsive design meaning is what? Responsive design. Okay, or before writing the responsive design, you can write one line about this. Which one? We have written here, it has a collections of which one? Tags. Okay, so immediately the next question should come. Tags meaning is what? What is the meaning of tags? Okay, what is the meaning of tags? How that look like? Okay, so you write here. Tag is like this. This is called open tag. And this is called a close tag. This is called a close tag. Open tag and close tag. Open tag and close tag. Open will happen with slash. Close will happen without slash. Open will happen with slash and close will happen without slash. Okay, hope ready? Now come down below. Write the next line. One line you can write as a responsive design also. What is the meaning of responsive design? We have used here a keyword called responsive design. Okay, so it's a like HTML, it's called hypertext markup language. It has a collections of predefined tags here. Then I have written what is the meaning of tags. Predefined, that you understand, made by someone else. Predefined is not made by us. Predefined means made by someone else. Then tag meaning is what? Tag look like this, with slash and without slash. With slash is called close, without slash is called open. Okay, next line says it has limitation on property and values. Where under the HTML, whichever the tags we have, it has limited certain property value we have. So what is property value? We have to understand after some times. Next, after that, it says like due to this limitation, HTML need help from CSS for responsive design. Okay. Now look at here. If I come down below, right here called responsive web design. Responsive web design. What is that represent? Responsive web design represent those page, those type of web page, that work in all size of device, all size of devices. Example, that should work in mobile also, that will work in the tab also, that will work in the laptop also, and that should work in the desktop also. All type of screen size. Here all type of device meaning is what? Different type of screen size. When you open the web page in the mobile, there also it should work. When you open in the laptop, then also it should work. Okay. That is the meaning of responsive web design. So now in the market, you have a concept of responsive web design. There we must have to use the something to make a responsive web page. Now responsive design, how it will happen? How to create a responsive design? So let me write here responsive web page. Responsive web page equal to from HTML you will be using tags plus from CSS you will be using the property and values. From HTML we use the tags plus from CSS we use the property and values. Then after that your page will be as a responsive web page. From HTML, we will be taking the tags, and from CSS, we will be taking the property and values. So that point we are leaving, we are stopping there only. Once we come in CSS, then we'll discuss what is and how it is. So first idea should come from the HTML. Now look at here. It says like it has a collections of tags. It has a collections of what type of tag? Predefined tags. Okay. So when it says collections of predefined tags, then how many types of tags are there? Because there may be 500 tags, there may be 1000 tags. It's an unlimited, day by day, daily it will come. So no one will say there is a 300 tags in HTML, there is a 500 tags in HTML. It's keep coming daily new tags. Maybe I have studied sometime before as a 500 tags. Maybe now there will be 700 because new tags will keep coming daily. Researcher will research, they will introduce, that will keep coming under the next version of your HTML plus browser. Now come down next. You write here how many types of tags we have in HTML. Okay, so before writing the HTML code, theoretical knowledge is required. What you are going to write, why we are going to write. For that, basic understanding will come from the notes only. Right there. Type of HTML tags. How many type of HTML tags we have? How many type of HTML tags we have? Okay. How many types of tags we have? Okay. Now see on internet, check in your day-to-day life. Just remember it. When you go to the Facebook, what you will do? You will enter the username and password, then log in. After login, if you go inside, you will see a lot of people has posted so many things that will come. Even you will also feel, let me post something. You can also post something, correct? Come to the Gmail. In Gmail, what you do, when you open the Gmail, it will ask, okay, login. You will enter the email and password. After that, it will redirect to the inbox. Once you go inside the Gmail, it will show the new emails, whichever the emails has come. After that, if you wish to write the email, you can write also. Okay. Now see, when you went to the Facebook, at the beginning point, you enter something. You have given the email and password. When you went to the Gmail, at entry point, you given the email and password. After going inside the Gmail, you saw some email has come as an output. Some email has come. If you click on that, it will display you something. At the same time, if you click on compose, it will ask you, okay, enter to whom you want to send, enter the subject line and type the message body. If you want to attach something, you can attach also. Now let's look. When you type a message, when you are writing an email, you are doing the input. You are doing the input how many places? Subject line, email ID, message body. When the email will go to someone, he will see your email. For him, it will become the output. He cannot delete he can delete the email, but it will go somewhere. But for him, it becomes the output. Where you enter, it's become as an input. Come to the Flipkart. When you go to the Flipkart, you see the list of the products, category, so many things, lot of photos and so many things. Someone has uploaded the photo, then only you are able to see who has uploaded. Vendor, supplier, who sell the product, right? So their team will be there. They will enter the product name, product price. They will upload the photo. They will write the description. That will come for us. We will see as a output. Overall, till date in your life, whichever the website you have gone through, whichever the web application you have used till now, whichever the web application we have gone through, we go through the two processes. We go through the two process. The process number one, input, and process number two as a output. Any website, you remember any website, wherever you go, what you do, you can input something, and after that, you can see the output something, right? Hope sound is coming. Are you able to hear me? Anyone can reply?
Yes, sir.
You are able to hear, right? The swastik, you can check your mic problem. Other are able to hear me. Okay. That's not saying for me. Okay. Message gone to him. Okay. Next, now come back to the next. Next, what we have, like, so that's, I was saying, like, on internet, whichever the website you have used till date, Flipkart, OLX, Quicker, Instagram, Gmail, Yahoo, whichever the website you have gone through till now, all the website have the two things, input and output, input and output. Okay. Yesterday photo I have designed. In the photo also I have given the idea. You will interact with the browser. Browser will take your input and give to further level. Processing will happen and output will come. Okay. So based on your day-to-day experience, let me open a website also and show you. If you have forgot that point, Let me show you on internet. Okay, suppose I will go to the Info Campus website. After going to this website, you will find some places is the input, some places is the output. Input and output. Let it open the flex flow. Problem of browser. Open, yeah. And now, so let us look into this website. Suppose some places in the same web page, left hand side, you can see some text is displaying as a output. Right hand side, there is a place to input. So how many work? Input and output. So when the people will open the website, they can see the output. At the same time, if someone want to fill the details, they can fill here. Let me come down. Everywhere almost you have the output only. Almost everywhere we have the output. These all are the output. Everywhere is output. These all are the input place where we can enter the value. We can enter the value. Anything we can enter the value. Coming down. Let me come down here. Again, there is a place people can enter the value. People can enter the value, right? So one side where you are able to enter the value, that happen through the input tab, where you display the output, maybe photo, maybe text, maybe number, maybe anything, whichever the content you display, right? That happen through the output tab. Through we have a list of input tag and we have list of output tag. Through the list of input tag, you can collect the different type of input from user, and through the output tag, you can display the different type of output to the user. For example, if I go to this point, you can see this is the place where we can enter the alpha. This is the place where we cannot enter the alpha. Alpha we cannot enter. Here, whenever we will enter, we have to enter only numbers. It will not allow alpha. Right? Here is the option. It is only for the enter purpose only. We have to select it. It is there is no way people cannot type inside. It is option where people have to select it. So how many type of input we found? One place text, another place number, another place input only, but not according to user, according to system. Okay. So overall, whichever the website you browse, everywhere you will see two type of work. One is called input something, and then you will get the output. Another one, without input also you can see directly output, and based on input also you can see the output. Okay. So in HTML, whichever the tag we have, whether it's a 4 or 5, all come under this category. One called a input tag, and second is called a output tag. Input tag and output tag. So from today onwards, based on your day-to-day example, day-to-day life experience, you can compare it. You can say, if anyone asks how many type of HTML tags we have, you can say directly, see according to use what we see on internet. According to that, we can say wherever we enter the value, that is called input tags, and where we display the output, that is called a output tag. And in website, web application, we go through the two work only, either input or output, or maybe output based on input. So based on this experience, we can say, yes, we have how many type of tag? Two type of tag, input and output. Write one line of definition for input tag. What it will do? It used to collect. It used to collect input from user. It used to collect input from user. Second one we have, it used to collect, it used to display output to user. It used to collect input from user. It used to display output to user. It used to collect input from user. It used to display output to user. Okay. Now come down below. In overall HTML, the 6 points are there. That is main whole and soul of your HTML. Okay. Everything is based on that 6 points. Out of the 6 points, 2 points you wrote here. We are going to study the tags in HTML. That tags will be under the 2 category. When we want to take the input from user, when we want to design a form, we will use the input tags. When we want to display about some data to the user, we will use the output tag. Okay. Now write below behavior of HTML tags. When you are going to write the HTML tags, all the tags behave same or it will behave different. So write below behavior of HTML tags. Behavior of HTML tags. Behavior of HTML tags. Now, let us look first on website. Then we will make a note. It will be much clearer for you. Okay. First, let's see the internet example. Then we can write the code. We can write the text. It will be much clearer for you. So what we wrote? Behavior of HTML tags. BEHAVIOR. In HTML, we have a keyword called behavior. That spelling is like this: BEHAVIOR, not OUR. Okay, usually we write OUR, but here we have called OR. BEHAVIOR. Okay. Behavior of HTML tags. Now see, let me go to this website. You can see carefully. So first you can see here, I have opened the page into the, not only this website, any website you can check today after the class. So when I have opened this website in the large screen, as of now my screen should be somewhere 1000 plus pixel. It should be 1000 plus pixel nearly. I have opened in the large screen, big size screen. Then you can see these 4 photos are coming in one line. Not 4. How many? 6 photos. 6 photos are coming in one line. Okay. Let me come down again. You can see here there are 2 blocks. One is this left block and this is another one is called right block. So what is happening? Left block is coming in the left side and right block is coming here, means how many blocks? 2 blocks. Let's come down here. This leave it. Come to this point. As of now, when I have opened the page in the laptop, you can see there is a 4 blocks are in one line. One place, how many blocks? 6. Another place, how many? 4. Okay. Now this page is open in the laptop, large size, large screen size. Okay. So we cannot guarantee everyone will open in the laptop only. People can open in the mobile phone also. People can open in the tab also, right? So the user experience is when I open in the laptop also page should fit properly. If I open the mobile phone, then in mobile phone also the page should fit properly. Okay, it should not be in the mobile phone. I need to go right and then I can see the content. I need to come left, then I can see the content. Okay. Now let's see. This page is saying yes, is the laptop. So in one line, 6 block, and in the one line is a 4 block. Same screen, same window. I will resize now. Let me go to the small size. Okay. I came to the small size. Now look at here. The line you saw, 6 was coming in one line. Now how many are coming? 2 are coming in one line. Remaining 2 next line. Remaining 2 next line. Look at there. Look at here. These 2 boxes was coming in the same line. One was left, one was right. Now both are going to where? New line. Look at this below here. In one line, how many was coming? 4 was coming by default. Now it is 2 is coming. Okay. Let me do some changes here from my system. I'll keep 100%. Okay. Let's look down now. The 2 block was coming in one line. How many are coming? Only 1. All are going to new line. See, in the large screen, 6 was coming in one line. Now all 6 of 6 is going to where? New line, new line, new line. Look down here again. When you come to this 4 block, 1 block, second block, third block, and then 4th block, all the blocks are where? Shifted to the new line. Let me go to the bigger screen again. Here, 4 are coming in one line. Here, 6 are coming in one line, right? Let me go to the small size again. You can see only 1 is coming in one line and remaining gone to where? New line. So what is that? Is an important point for the front-end developer that come under the responsive design. And that is called behavior of your HTML tags. Okay, look at here. If my page is large screen, the behavior of this, all the images and text is inline. All are printing in the same line. But when I go on to the small screen, the behavior got changed. You can see all are shifted to where? New line. So this is the concept of block and inline. In the term of technology, we have a keyword called block and inline. Block meaning is what? Full width. And inline meaning is what? Multiple elements in one line. Multiple, you can say multiple content will come in the one line. That is called as a inline. And block meaning is what? Going to the print in the new line. Inside HTML, whichever the tags you are going to use, it will have 4 type of behavior. In that 2 behaviors is like, if your tag will print in the new line, then it is called as a block level tag. If the tag will print in the same line, then it is called as a inline tag. So what happened here? In this case, this all 4 are printing in the same line. So what is that? Inline. 6 are coming in the same line. So it is called as a inline. But when I went to the small device, in a small device, only 1 is coming in the one line. Second gone to where? New line. Third also gone to the new. In fact, all gone to the new line, right? So that is happening based on CSS, not only HTML. CSS is changing the behavior of HTML tag based on screen size. Okay, so you will write here the type of behavior we have written, the behavior of HTML tags. So first behavior, right here, the one is called block label tag. Block label tag. Write the second behavior as a inline tag. Inline tag. Block label tag and inline tag. Block label tag and inline tag. See, these all are available on internet also. HTML tags are available on internet also. CSS codes are available on internet also. Many people have used already, but they don't know. Okay, if come in the same line, it is called as a inline element. If you go into the new line, it's called as a block level element. Okay. And if until unless this HTML concept is not clear, 100% sure in CSS always you will be confused and JavaScript will feel overload for you. So the HTML ground knowledge is compulsory. Okay. So block level element, what is that? You can write here those tags, those HTML tags, those HTML tags that print a statement, print in a new line, print in new line by default. New line by default. By I can apply here by default. Those HTML tags that will print any kind of, if you are printing anything in the browser, if you are going to display anything in the browser, if the tag nature is the block level tag, it will print the output in the new line. It will not print in the same line. Wait a second, something is open. I will close it. Now come to the next point. Okay. Next point is called the inline tag. So you will write here those HTML tags that print in same line by default. Those HTML tags that print in same line by default. Those HTML tags that print in the same line by default, that is called the inline tag. Okay. Now suppose when you open the Amazon in your mobile phone, when you open the Amazon in the laptop, you will see in one line 3-4 product will come. But the same Amazon, if you open in the mobile phone, you will find one product will come, second product will go to the new line. So what is that? When we open in the laptop, the behavior was inline. It was coming in the same line. When you open in the mobile phone, behavior got changed to where? Block. And that is the key concept of responsive design. A person have the skill to convert from block to inline and inline to block with the help of CSS, that person is called a what? Responsive web designer. Else, your mobile phone, whatever the content will appear in the laptop, similar content will appear in the mobile phone. The mobile phone user will feel very difficult. He cannot read the content itself. He has to zoom out to read the content because laptop size is 1000 pixel and mobile phone size is how much? 500, 400 pixel. The content you are displaying in 1000 pixel, it will not fit in the mobile phone. Definitely people will face the problem. Okay. So how many points you got? 4 points. One is called input tag, another one is called output tag, another one is called block level tag, another one is called inline tag. Okay. Those tags that print the statement in the new line, that is called block level tag. Those tags that print the statement in the same line, that is called as a inline tag. Okay. Block level tag will print in the new line and inline tag will print in the same line. Okay. Now come next. Let me open some website, some other website also. Okay. But other website may take long time. Okay. Font awesome itself. Let it load. This website had a lot of icons. From here, you are going to use the icons. Look at here. These texts are printing in one line. So what you can say? Block or inline? These menus are printing in the one line. So it is a block or inline? Inline, yeah. It's printing in one line, so it's called a inline. come down here. Look at here, these three blocks. Three blocks are printing the same line. So we cannot say the block, it's called as a inline. Okay. But maybe once you open in mobile phone, all block may shift to the new line. Let's look down. Maybe some more thing will be here. See here, four blocks are in one line. We can say as a line tag, line only. Here three blocks you can see in one line. It is called as a inline. Let me go to the mobile phone whether this page is responsive or not. Very small device. Here are still coming in the same line. Here, go up and understand that two blocks was there. See, these blocks was coming in the where it was coming in the same line. Now it is shifted to where new line. The more thing was in the top. This all was somewhere else. Okay. This menu now see menu got hide completely. Once we click here, the menu will appear. Okay. So that we are going to implement. We will write an example. You will come to automatically. Yes, it is really a block level element. Now the point number third that you are already aware of, but you don't know this is called particular. Okay. Right here. The point number third is called DEPENDENT, dependent tag. And point number fourth is called as a independent tag. Independent tag. Dependent tag and independent tag. Dependent tag, what is that? Okay. Dependent tag, what is that? Let me write here one example for you directly. And then we'll write the theory. Okay. Look at here. It's a dependent tag. You have already seen in the YouTube and W3. If you have come here, before that you may have tried somewhere on internet also definitely. See, HTML tag, you know, HTML tag open and HTML tag is called as a close. Okay, HTML tag open, HTML tag close. Have you seen this line on internet? You may have seen already. So that is called as a what? Open and close. One side is open without slash, another side is closed with slash. Okay, let me write one more line. Suppose you may have seen the something like this also. Body open and body as a close. Okay, right? So you saw one side is open, another side is a close. Okay, body will be the part of HTML. Here I am trying to explain something else. These are the predefined tags. We can write like this also. ABC as a open and ABC as a close. This will come under the XML, XHTML. This will not be only HTML. This will come under the XHTML, Extensible Hypertext Markup Language. That we are going to learn under the React. Okay. So now I will write below the note about the dependent tag. What is that? Okay. Note about the dependent tag. It says those tags like in entire HTML list or XHTML. If you are also creating or if it is a predefined also, no problem. Those tags that has open and close. Open separate and close separate. For example, if you saw HTML is open and close, body is open and close, ABC is open and close, right? So this is called a dependent tag. Those tags where separate you are going to open and separate you are going to close, that will be called a dependent tag, right? So you have seen no already in YouTube here there when you watch the video someone, right? You have seen like this HTML tag open close, body open close, right? While writing, people will not speak what is that. Okay, that is called a dependent tag. The tag will open, tag has to close. If the tag will not close, it will break down the page. Okay, like suppose one tag is open and tag is not closed. Now system will understand still it's open only. So what will happen? Output was supposed to come in center and it will go in the corner. It will not display properly. Your page will become breakdown. Page will become browser dependent. It will work in some browser, it will not work in all the browser. Okay, so for that purpose, This is important to remember. If the tag is dependent, it must open and close. Then you will ask how I will come to know. That only we are going to learn. Which one is dependent and which one is independent. Okay. Come now. Next is called independent. Okay. Next is called independent tag. Write first example. Okay. Something like this. You may have seen on internet BR tag, most popular tag. Okay. You might have seen the tag called IMG tag. If you have not seen, just remember it will be like this. And even we can create our own tag also, like maybe user, something like this. So if you write the BR and IMG and user directly without any slash, it will give the error in Angular and React. See here, people have the habit, they will write simply as a BR, but it is 100% wrong. Why? Because if you are going to write only HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, no problem. BR will work like this. But as soon as you will add this BR in the Angular or React, it will give the error. What we should add in that? Slash is compulsory in the last. That is called as a self-closing tag. Right? So this both become as a predefined tag, and this become as a user-defined tag. User-defined selector. User-defined, you can say user-defined selector, you can write no problem. ACLECTOR, user-defined selector. User-defined tag, better you write. Why write selector? User-defined tag. Instead of user, we can write as a ABC, simple, and put the slash in the last. So this become as a user-defined tags. User-defined tag. So this 6 point what you have written, you might feel it's look like odd, but it is completely main principle of your HTML. Okay, main concept of your HTML start from here only. Open any website, go to their view source, find out the code and look into the code. You will find everything match under these 6 criteria, 6 points. Okay. Now how it will be? We'll create an example and we'll show you. So hope everyone have written. Remember now what we have in HTML, what we are going to study in HTML. You are not going to develop the next version of HTML. It is developed by someone else. You are as a developer. You are going to develop the software. You are not going to develop the technology. Okay. Doctor is a mediator who understands which problem, which solution, and what is the composition and which is the medicine. Doctor is not the inventor of medicine. Medicine is made by whom? Scientist. Medicine will be, tablet will be made by whom? Not by doctor, no. Doctor is a mediator. He remember this is the symptoms, then this is the disease. If this is the disease, then this is the tablet. Right? That only doctor will remember. As a developer, what you will remember? This is the requirement, then this is the technology, and this is the solution. Okay? You are not going to develop a new technology. Technology already developed by someone else. You are going to learn the technology. That is called a software developer. Okay, software developer meaning you are not going to invent a new technology of HTML6 or HTML7. Okay, what is developed by the scientist and researcher, we are going to learn that, and based on that, you are going to make an application that will fulfill the business requirement. Okay, right? So at this place, suppose you learn some tags today, tomorrow you will forget. Tomorrow you learn something, day after tomorrow you will forget. Day after tomorrow learn something, after 3 days you will forget. At last, what you will remember? Nothing. So developer meaning is those person who has no any kind of concept of short-term memory loss. You should not forget the contents. What you learned yesterday, what is the method you follow to remember it, you follow that, but remember it. Okay. Else, if you have a habit to forget, you cannot say you have 5 year experience after 5 years, because what you did you forget already. You don't have knowledge on that, so you cannot say you have experience. So developer meaning is those person who remember everything. Okay, that is called a developer. Okay. Now, how many points were written today? 6 points. In that, we written HTML is the collection of tags, and tags are of how many types? 2 types. Where we enter the value, that is called input. Where we display the output, that is called output. After that, when we look inside the tag, this is the huge point of view, input and output. Now, when you mix input tag and output tag, then you will find the behavior is different. Some tags will print always in the new line. Some tag always print in the same line. So those tags that print in the new line, we can call that one as a which type of tag? Block level tag. Block level tag. Block means what? New line. Block level tag means those tag that goes to the new line. Okay. Inline tag. What is that? Those tag that print in the same line. Yes, it is the next matter. According to our need, the block we can convert into inline, and inline we can convert into block. For that, CSS is going to help us. Okay. CSS is going to change the behavior of HTML. Right. After that, next we have code point of view, developer point of view. If the tag is open and close, then we can say it is called as a dependent tag. Right? You saw, no? There HTML open close. It is called as a what? Dependent. Dependent means what? Open and close. If the tag is only open, then it is called as a independent. Independent tag will have a slash in the last, right? Slash we need to keep in the last. That is called as self-closing. Open itself and close also itself. Open and close together. Okay, that is called as self-closing tag. Any one website. Okay, any one website we will open, we will find the same thing. Okay, just wait for 1 minute and it's important. Okay, so hope you are clear on that. Now come down below. Okay, again I'll write in the single line, that's 6 points. You should remember before going to the home. Okay. Let me
Could
write.
you please explain me regarding user defined tab, like how it works and all?
We can create our own tag also. We have a syllabus called React. Inside the React, we have a concept of JSX. JSX, that is called JavaScript and XML. There, XML says like you can create your own tag. JavaScript says like you can mix the XML rules and HTML tags and user-defined tags, then it will become a JSX. Let me write here. User-defined tag, how you can create? XML. XML. First we have called SGML. SGML. SGML has given two options. One option called as a HTML and another option called as a XML. Inside HTML, all are predefined tags. All are predefined tags. All are predefined tags, not made by us. Under the XML, all will be user defined tag. Defined tags. Okay. Next, after that, from the HTML, you have multiple versions, HTML4, 5. Next, XML has given the next feature that is called XHTML. XHTML. That becomes what? Extensible hypertext markup language. Okay. It will follow the rule of HTML only, but we can create our own tag. Okay. That's called what? XHTML. Extensible hypertext markup language. Now, when we come to the user-defined tag, in user-defined tags, what will follow? User-defined tags, we will follow the rules of XML. Rules of XML. So what XML says? XML says like whatever the tag you want to create, you can create your own. So what we'll take? We will take the rules of XML. That meaning we will take the rule of XML and we can create our own tag. And after that, plus on that tag, we can apply our own attribute. Attribute, or you have written already on the top, called property and value. Right? For example, then you will say how to create a user-defined tags. User-defined tag has no any limitation. It can be anything. Suppose, for example, I will go here and I will see you have asked, then I am moving next. Else, this is not the step to go. Okay. Now, suppose user-defined tag is nothing like this. Suppose I write a tag called user list. User list. User list is not a predefined tag. It is a user-defined tag. Instead of user list, it can be a HTML tag also. For example, it can be a section tag also. And instead of this section tag, there can be a ABC tag also. And instead of that, there can be a empty tag also. These all are possible. So what will happen is, how you are going to understand the user-defined tags? Once we come under the JSX is called as a JavaScript and XML. JavaScript and XML. Okay. So JavaScript and XML, what is that? We have to use the JavaScript code also, and we have to use the XML code also. Now, when we say XML code, you are not going to write XML code directly. The full form I have written. JSX meaning what? JavaScript and XML. Now JSX will come from where? So this line, let it be something like this, single line. That is the full form. Now JSX will come from where? JSX will come from where? JSX will come from here. You can use the HTML tag, plus you can use the XHTML tags, plus you can use the JavaScript, plus you can use the rules from where? From XML. See, once you combine this together, then what will come? It will come as a JSX. Now, how the JSX look like? There you can see the user defined tag. Let me go here. Suppose there is a tag in HTML, assume like a division tag. Division tag open, division tag is closed. Inside the division tag, maybe suppose you are following a if user defined tag, maybe you can write here called user info, user info, user info, independent tag. Maybe you can write like this also, user details open and user details as a close. Inside here inside you can write here another tag, maybe paragraph, predefined tag, and you can write name as a Ganesh. So look at this. This is what happened now. Div is the predefined tag. Now user info become as a predefined user defined tag. What type of tag? Not dependent, as a independent. What we have learned on the top. Just below you see, I created another dependent tag that is called user details, user defined. And inside I use a tag for which tag? Paragraph, right? So this way you can create the user defined tag, whether independent or dependent. But for that, you have to write your own property. You have to write your own value. For user info, there is nothing exists in the library. User details, nothing exists in the library. Okay. So these all are the rule of JSX. These all are the rule of the JSX. Once we come under the React, before starting the React, we have 5 types of rules. While writing the JSX, while creating the user defined tag, we have 5 types of rules. We will need to follow the 5 rules and then we can create the. So here in the shortcut I have written, you can use HTML tag also. You can use XHTML also. Means you can create your own tag also. You have to write the JavaScript code, and after that you have to follow the rules and regulation of XML. And then only the JSX will come. Then how the JSX will look? JSX will look like this. It can start with the predefined tag. It can end with the predefined tag. In between, there can be user defined tag. It can be independent or it can be dependent. Again, inside the predefined tag, user defined tag, you can use any predefined tag. Then this may you understood or not, that I don't know, but this is the way you can create a user defined tags.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sometimes people will ask the question, like still you are on the first floor, you will ask what is on the 9th floor. Okay, assume like suppose many people ask the question like this, we are in HTML and they will ask a question that is end of the React. That question is where? End of the React. Now see how to convince them. How to convince? If we'll speak half an hour, then also the person will not understand. Reason is what? Question may come from anywhere, that we don't know. But level is not at that level where someone will explain you and you will understand it. Okay. So at that time, when we explain, maybe you will understand or not. Because your level is first floor and you have asked something on the 9th floor, what is there. So person can speak, but you cannot realize what is there. Once you go there, then only you will understand, oh, this is it. Right? Okay. So according to time, we will understand this all. So this part, if you want to write, you can write it, or you can escape it. Come down next. Our main point was to write an inline something for the 6 point what I have written. Okay. What I have written, maybe you forgot based on this explanation. So I have written 1 point input tag. Another point was output tag. Next point was dependent tag. Another point was independent tag. Next point is called block label tag. label tag, and another one is called as a inline tag. This only are written, no, or something else, right? Independent tag, dependent tag, block level tag, input tag, and out. Now single line definition I will write here. In shortcut you can remember. Used to collect input from user. This is used to display output to user. Used to display output to user. Next, dependent tag. It has open and close. It has open and close. Independent tag. It has only open. It has only open. Next time, block level tag. What is that? Those tags that print in new line. Print in new line. Inline tag, those tags that print in same line. Those tags that print in the same line. Now, hope this 6 point you are not going to forget. You will remember it. Okay, ready? Go next. Now we can create an example and we will understand really this all are similar or something else. Okay, you can write here the type of file extension in HTML. When you are going to create a file in HTML, what will be the file extension? Type of file extension in HTML. The first option you have file name can be anything .html. Second option you have file name .html. L is optional. Right below in the note. .html is best suitable for best suitable for fast indexing in Google search. If your file is .html, best suitable for fast indexing in Google search, or you can say it is SEO friendly. It is SEO friendly. SEO friendly. That meaning SEO friendly. What is that? SEO point to the digital marketing. SEO word is nothing but it's called a digital marketing. When the people will promote the website in the internet, then the term will come as a digital marketing. When someone will promote the website in the Google internet search, call it digital marketing. Okay. So if you write a file, if you create a file and the file extension is .html, very fast the Google bots will understand, and that will be little fast indexing in the Google search. Okay. So we can write HTML only. Everyone follow HTML, but two options you have. If you go for interview, people, if written tests come usually multiple choice, which is the value extension of HTML file, .html and .html, both of above and none of the above. Then we can select both of the above because both are valid only. Okay, best suitable is which one? .html, but both are valid extension. Okay, come next. If in case the people are right, okay, in case the people write in this, suppose a question is there, which is, which is, which one is, which one is, which one is example of self-closing tag. Suppose this is a question. Answer is one, call BR. Second is called HR. Third one is called IMG. And the fourth one is called BR with slash. Now what should be the right answer? Which one is, which one is example of self-closing tag? Okay, which one? A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fourth one. BR with self-closing.
BR without slash, you cannot say it is a self-closing tag because once you come under the React algorithm, without slash it gives the error. It will say JSX fragment mismatch. Okay, JSX, the document will be destructured. It will not allow. If you write BR without slash in Angular, then it will say template parsing error. Okay, template parsing error, because in Angular React both the places there is a different type of processes. First it will check HTML, the document is valid or not. If HTML document is valid, then it will look for the process level, how to process. If your HTML tags whatever you have used, if it is not valid document, it will throw the error the first time. Okay, so that way. Let's come next. So when we are going to create the file, our file extension will be HTML. Okay. Save the file, and definitely answer will be fourth only. Answer will be fourth itself. Okay. Now let me go here below. Write one more question here. The valid dependent tag is the valid dependent tag is one HTML, 2 BR, 3 HR, 4th none.
First one.
Check again.
First one.
Just now we have
HTML.
HTML here, where in example we have written, look at here, here. HTML is open and close. Body is open and close, right? So open close I have not written here. Just I written the name of the tag. BR also not open. EHR is also not open. Just it's not within the angle. This is just name of the tag. This is like valid dependent tag is which one? HTML. That is called, what will be the answer? Answer will be first only, not the second, not the third. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Now we will create example and we will understand this all the scenarios. Question banks are there. 1200 question bank is there. Okay. In that all HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, everything is there. You will get in few days. Okay. Now create a file called example1.html. Create a file example1.html in which folder? HTML folder. Under the HTML folder, you are going to create a file. File name will be example1.html. .html you have to write manually. Okay, when you create a file, you have to write example.html. File name, remember from today, you have to behave like as a developer. Okay, when you operate the computer, suppose one simple example I'll give you. One place is written called Bangalore, Bangalore. Okay, you want to write again Bangalore. Bangalore is written somewhere. You want to erase the Bangalore and you want to write again Mangalore. Right? Understood? No? What we need to do? We need to change from Bangalore to Mangalore. How many character difference are there? Only one character. That is called N. There you will find two type of people. One type of people who will delete everything and they will write again Mangalore. That is the one type of people. You will find second type of people, they will not erase everything. Just they will go to the particular point and they will change the particular option. So where you want to go? The first person or second person? Okay. When we capture the mouse in a computer, a person will understand you have a knowledge or not. When you type in your computer, a third person will understand you have a knowledge on the system or not. When you create a file name, your team lead will understand how much experience you have. When you create a folder and give the folder name, the person will understand how much experience you have. Okay, so keep in mind, when you go somewhere, you are going as a what? As a developer, correct? Behaviors must look like as a developer. From today onwards, when you create a folder name, don't give a space between folder name. Like suppose you give an HTML example. So HTML is a one word, example is the another word. If you are giving a space, that meaning you are inviting the problem for the future. Okay. Don't give a space. Underscore is there, hyphen is also there. Don't give hyphen and underscore, give together HTML example, no problem at all. But if you give a space in the future, at some point definitely problem will come. Okay. Another thing, look there. We created example 1.html. Some people definitely in your only as of now, you may have written like this. Example space 1.html. Now what will happen? A space came in file name. Indirectly, you are inviting the problem for the future. Okay. You are given the one space. Suppose someone else want to call this file. By mistake, he will give two space. File will match or not? It will not match. So why can't we will not work those kind of situation where the problems should not come in the future? So while giving the file name, don't give the space. If it consists two words, no space. When you create a folder, if you want to give some folder name, don't give the space. Okay, those all are going to be the problem for the future. When it will come, time will come, will guide you. Some people will face the problem. Then I'll come with the solution saying like you are given a space here and you are calling with a space. That is a problem. You are given one space, you are calling with a two space. That's the problem. Okay, so we will follow those things. What we'll do is while creating the file name, while creating the folder name, no space. Okay, if continuous one word, 3-4 word together is no problem at all. Okay, if you have problem with giving the space, no problem, give underscore is there, give icon is also there. See, HTML developer guide we are written. How we are written? HTML hyphen developer hyphen guide, right? A space is not there in between. This should be the habit to create the file. Okay, so HTML one example is ready. Let me go there and create a new file. You can go to the file menu. You will have option called new. Select on that, and in this file write anything ABCD. Write something and then save it. Write something and then go to the file. You have option called save or press Ctrl S. If you are using a Mac computer, Command S you can press. Control S if you press, Control and S, or go to the file, there is option called save, or that is also not. Here is the option. You can see one printer symbol here. Click on that save, it will get saved directly. You need to select your folder, HTML folder, and inside you will write here what will be in the file name. Slowly you type, make sure you are writing properly. EXAMPLE 1.html without any space. Okay, and press the enter key, save it. It will create a file, HTML file for you. Okay, file is ready. Example 1.html. File extension must be .html only. We should not give here there. HTML. Okay. Next, after that, we have seen one rule today. That rule name was one policy you have written. That policy name is called the behavior. It is under the behavior. Dependent tag. Remember dependent tag, right? Dependent and independent. Now, how to remember which one is dependent, which one is independent? So we are going to take the help from this Notepad++. Okay, editor. Let's come to your, if you are using the Notepad++, come to the settings. If you are using Notepad++, come to the settings. There is a menu called settings. Here, file, edit, view, many more are there. In that only, you have option called settings. Go to the settings. There is option called preferences. First option, click on that. Preferences, okay. Now, under the preferences, many options are there. We are going to select auto completion from left hand side. Click on auto completion. Auto completion selected. Now see in the right hand side, you will see these 6 checkboxes will appear. Mostly it will not be checked. Please check the 6 checkboxes. After clicking on auto completion, 6 checkboxes are here. Check that 6 checkboxes. Six checkboxes are there. Click on that checkboxes. You clicked on checkboxes. Checkboxes. After that, close this. This is for what purpose? If you open the tag manually, close will happen automatically. You don't need to close manually. You open and it will close automatically. If it is a closing tag, if it's not closing tag, then it will not close. It will reduce lot of problems. Close it now. Okay, so auto completion is enabled. In the HTML file, hope you have written ABCD. Now to how to run that. Okay, how to run that. You can see here under the Notepad++ only, go to the view menu. In the view folder, in view folder, I'm saying under the view menu, there is option called view current file. Find out this option, view current file. You found the option. There only this option is called Chrome, Mozilla, many options are there. Like suppose you have Chrome, you have whichever the browser you have in your computer, select that browser. Suppose I have browser called Chrome, I will select here. It will show me directly in the browser. Coming. Or other option, if you are not finding this view and view current file and Mozilla option, Chrome option, you can go to your HTML folder. Go to your HTML folder. Example 1 is there. Double click on that. It will come in browser. Example 1 will be there. Double click on that. It will come in browser. Please check and let me know for how many people it is working. In chat, you can reply yes, no. You can go to the folder also. Double click on the file. The page should open in the browser directly. Or in the view menu, you have option here, view current file in, select any browser. From there also it will come in the browser. That way you can run the HTML file. Okay, it's running in that system. Okay. So just we double click on the folder, double click on the file, it will open in default browser. In case that is not working, then you can go here, open in the view option, view current file and run from here. Okay. So what we understood few points. That is in HTML, what we are going to do. Using HTML, we are going to create the web page. While creating the web page, we will be taking the help from the tags. Tags are of two types, input and output. Input tag will be for certain purpose. Output tag will be for the certain purpose. Now input tag and output tag, if we mix all together, behavior will come as a block level. Behavior will come as a inline. Behavior will come as a dependent and behavior will come as a independent. Okay. Come to this file. Which file? Example1.html. Or I think we can leave here today. We can log in again tomorrow. Then we can continue with the tags. Okay. Okay. So we can log out here and remember only these 6 points from today class. How many? These 6 points you can remember easily. We will implement. We will create one example. We will write in that. We will see. Yes, all 6 points are like that only. Whatever we have written here, we need to prove that yes, through example, it's really like that. And then we will start following the list of HTML tags one by one. Okay, that we can sit again tomorrow. Today, let it be this much only. Okay. Okay, then tomorrow we'll take your email ID and phone number and we'll share